What is the best non-sexual pleasure or sensation a human can experience? Arriving early to pick up my grandkid, female 7, who I, male 61, had not seen in months. She spotted me in the hall outside her second-grade classroom. With a squeal of glee, she blurted out, "My grandpa's here. My grandpa's here." Her joy was very evident. Yeah, that stayed with me. Water coming out of your ear after it's been stuck there for a bit. That warm, wet feeling and that static whine noise. Finally getting in the exact right position you need to sleep and not needing to pee. Fresh bed sheets. After a great shower and freshly shaved legs. Don't know about the legs. When I was a kid, I would play at the beach for hours. I'd run back to the house, rinse myself off and dive under the blankets. Most cozy, comfortable feeling ever. Instantly out cold. Post-beach naps are the best. Having a 3-day weekend and waking up on that Saturday realizing you still have 2 more days off. I work 4/10s and every weekend is a 3-day weekend and it's amazing. Bro. Here's an award for no reason at all. The pee shivers. Good old peegasm. I'm not the only one who enjoys them. Taking a piss after holding it for the whole car ride. Borderline sexual pleasure. Better than sex, I say. Taking a smooth, efficient, clean poop. The no wiper. Seeing someone happy with the gift you gave them. I usually don't make presents because I'm terrible at it, but this Christmas I tried my best with a couple of friends. Damn, seeing them so happy about their gifts was very, very special. You know what I like to do? I like to put a lot of effort into the wrapping paper. I even learned a way to do it without any cello tape and my good friends were so wowed and impressed with what I had created. Waking up at 3 a.m. with massive thirst and then you take that nice, cold and godly sip of water. I appreciate this so much more since in college there was a chance that water bottle had vodka. Starting to chug what you think is water and turn out to be vodka is the absolute worst throw-up feeling I've had. You know what's worse? When you're a kid and your mom sneak vodka in a water bottle to a water park. You come out of the extremely chlorinated water really thirsty and then just chug the bottle. I ended up puking on the floor. Not here to judge your mom, but she sounds like mine, who is an alcoholic. Turned out I am, too. Edit, I haven't had a drink in over a decade. Head massage. Even those wire hands you can get to do it yourself feel amazing. On a similar vein, someone playing with your hair. I'm told this is my turn-off switch. As whatever conversation I'm in I just peter out in and lay there. Playing with my hair is akin to lying in a float tank. Haha, my mum always says you were such an active child and very stubborn, but you came with an off button. Legit, if someone sits and plays with my hair I fall asleep even now as an adult, smiley face. I used to stroke between my son's eyes. He always closed them. I did it to him when he was in his late 20s and it still worked. My mom goes sometimes through my hair when I'm really sick or tired lying on the couch. It's so nice and I know if I have a girlfriend in the future that she is going to do it too. That's not that odd of a request to make of a partner if it's something you'd like while hanging out. I'm sure most folks would have no problem obliging such a request. I on the other hand love it when people touch the bottom of my feet and that's been a hard one to get someone to accommodate. Someone else washing your hair. What's up, Boyle? Getting that popcorn kernel out of your teeth. As great as that adrenaline is, it's a worse feeling when your tongue tries to move it away, only to remember it's gone. It's like Megamind, when your worst enemy is gone and now you're depressed. I like the slight pressure of it in between my teeth and the wiggly feeling as it comes out. Without that I have nothing. Love this one. Lol. A dog or cat, or just a fluffy, non-threatening animal coming up to you and cuddling you until you can't breathe. Edit. Holy crap, I didn't realize so many people upvoted my comment. Are there fluffy but threatening animals? Raccoon, any bear, squirrels with rabies, sloths, a long list. I feel like sloths are too slow and gentle to be a threat. Like they do have pretty decent claws, it's just I feel like they'd telegraph their swipes from a mile away. Farting away a stomach ache. That instant release of pressure. And it feels like you lose a pant size. When you fart so good you feel yourself deflating. The question said non-sexual. This made me chuckle more than it should. I read chuckle as chunks and was very concerned about the pleasure being derived from chunky farts. What about taking a huge poop? Wait. Scratch that. Pooping out a stomach ache. Feeling the stuff that has caused distress for hours just plop out. Like when you got the runs but it's all held back by a cork turd, and then it finally plops like an upside-down bottle of champagne. IBD here. Yup. Improvised butt device. Scratching. My eczema peeps, where you at? Edit. A lot of people have been commenting as to how running your eczema-ridden hands under hot water is so satisfying. While I do this too, I do not recommend it. It is not a treatment to help your eczema. If anything, it might make it worse. Also, growing up, not many people around me had eczema. I went undiagnosed for a long time, so I had no idea what was wrong with me. Having rashes and blotches all over my face and arms was not helpful in middle school or high school. Hearing how many of you guys feel the same satisfaction scratching and your different ways of dealing with that itch is helpful. Even now that I'm well into adulthood. Thanks for sharing, guys. Eczema gang unite. I hate this, I have it on my lower legs. Scratching is an unbelievable rush, but I wish I could stop. I can't shave my legs with a razor blade because the hair growing back makes me scratch them until I bleed. Wish I could ignore it, but apparently I do it in my sleep as well. Last night I scratched that perfect spot on my back. I finally reached it and it was bliss. Contact dermatitis here. Scratching is great, but hot water is heaven. Hot water in the shower while scrubbing hard with a loofah. Best. Worst. Feeling. Ever. Psoriasis reporting. Tingles from listening to some good music. 100%, this. It can be 30+ degrees Celsius and I can still get shivers for some tracks. As a musician, I make a living chasing these, and trying to create the conditions for others to feel these. Well, thanks for that. I can't wait until you can do this live for people. Deep tissue massage when your muscles are stiff. It's like heaven. But also hell. Good massages hurt like hell even though you feel like you're in heaven after. Silence. Just go to an area with no civilization whatsoever and sit. No expectations, obligations, or unnecessary needs. Man, this one hit me hard. I remember these winter evenings with a pitch black sky, coming back from school, and I just stopped walking in the middle of the street only to appreciate the silence. Tingles on the back. The empty silence, expecting nothing from you, your thoughts moving undisturbed in your mind, no one to entertain, no expectations forced upon you. No obligations to fulfill, just you, your gentle surroundings, and a silent peace. Sometimes a bird or animal speaks up, the rustle of the forest as the wind passes, but it returns to the silence. Not when you have effed up tinnitus. Laughing my butt off. Holy crap, 50 upvotes. Hope our tinnitus disappears. Yeah. I haven't heard silence in like 7 years and never will. Sleeping in a bed with clean and warm sheets straight out of the dryer. I prefer the opposite of this, climbing into a freezing cold bed on fresh bedding day and gradually getting warmer. Oh yes. I thought I was the only one. When it's hot out and you flip the pillow to the cold side. Waking up in the middle of the night and realizing you still have 5 hours more to sleep. Used to be. Now it seems I lie there and count it down to 2 hours before I go back to sleep. Yeah, I hate it. The opposite of that is a horrible feeling. Waking up and realizing that you only have 5 more minutes before you have to get out of bed and get ready for work. My shift starts early at 8:30 a.m., but I have to be up at 7. I have to go through this every morning from Tuesday to Saturday. I think waking up in the morning and realizing you don't have school/work that day and can go back to sleep is even better. Having a non-cancer diagnosis. Wish me luck. Find out Monday. Love you all. Sincerely. I gave my entire stash away. Awarded who I could with what I had. Good luck. We'll think of you on Monday. I hope you're fine. All the best, heart. Good luck. I remember my day. May 9, 2019 at 5:10 p.m. Edit. I'm humbled. First awards. Eating extremely delicious food. Edit. Thank you, kind strangers. When you're starving, hungry, and haven't eaten all day in anticipation of said delicious food. So you ever start drinking a glass of water and as soon as it hits your mouth you realize you are really thirsty and you just guzzle it. Did a long ass walk down to a beach that had hills and crap. That was fine. Walking back up those hills a little while later, however, almost killed me. Was dying of thirst, so when I got back up top, there was a van that was selling ice creams and crap. Bought the biggest water bottle they had and just smashed it back like it was last call at the bar and the apocalypse had just arrived. I was once sick extremely bad with the flu and vomited and had diarrhea and couldn't keep anything down. I was so dehydrated I lost about 20 pounds of water weight. I was on prednisone at the time so I was retaining fluid. When I could finally drink some water it was the sweetest, best tasting thing I'd ever had. True story. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to be the first to know about Red Rabbit Reader's new videos. If you like our videos, please like them on YouTube and share them with your friends. We welcome your comments below. Press to start another of our videos.